Since before time, whenever our explorers were lost, they would look to the forever star to find their way home. Now, a great darkness has found us. The war-mongering Zootopans sought to extinguish our light. In a desperate bid to defend our beloved home, we committed everything we had. Yet, the cold malice of Admiral Voltan couldn't be stopped. The battle was lost. I knew what I had to do. Where our only hope lies. I, Princess Euphora, last remaining regent of our people, will lead us to the Forever Star. Those of us who survived that day lost everything. But this is not our end. We will survive. Because together, we will keep hope alive.
Hunt them down. No survivors.
Oh yes, that was one hell of an intro. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at the early access release of Jumplight Odyssey. If you're a big fan of Faster Than Light, and if you love Evil Genius, then this is certainly a good combination of both. Managing a massive ship with lots of crew members. I think the original ship in this game that's available now in this early access point has up to 80 different crew members, and so thus you can have many different decks, many different crew members, huge amounts of management, but also a little bit of quote-unquote base building as you're building all the different things that the crew needs in order to function, like for example the barracks or the mess hall, etc., etc. Well, this game just came out today in early access, so if you'd like to check it out, it is on Steam now, and yeah, it's a Starship Adventure sim. With that intro, it certainly reminds me a lot of Space Battleship Yamato and a few other anime as well. And the last time that we played this, we took a little look at the demo for it, and many of you were giving shout-outs to different types of awesome anime and 80s style, almost like, you know, along the lines of He-Man and other things like that, for those of you who love Saturday morning cartoons from the 80s. Yeah, it certainly screams of that quite a bit. Well, with the story behind us, home planet destroyed by the invaders, and now a little message from the devs about, you know, thanks for checking out our game and whatnot in early access. Now, I'll be honest, there's a little bit of a bare bone skeleton here for early access, but it's not that bad. We have the option to create our own Odyssey or one of the first scenarios that's available for who we saw here, Princess Euphora, who kind of reminds me of just like Princess Leia, except she's just taking command of the ships and trying to find the Forever Star, whatever that might be. But it looks like we'll have additional captains coming in the future and additional ships. And of course, we have the option to make our own scenarios, which is cool. A little bit like Faster Than Light when we would pick our own ship, our own crew, and then of course heading out towards whatever our goals were in that game, of course, to escape the enemy fleet. And this is kind of the same deal here. So you can see that we could start with the Catalina, which has a crew of minimum crew of 80, but we also have the option to start with a little bit of a prefab ship where they've already kind of built some things for us, like basic life support, or you can just go with literally empty if you want to. So everything can either be prefabbed or corridors only or completely empty. So you can do everything yourself. You can build everything you want. Now, of course, there'll be different characters when we do this as well, different captains that'll have different bonuses. Same with different play styles too. So we have the option to, you know, like a more difficult like battle scenario, or just kind of like a little bit more survival, that kind of thing. So in this case, it's just like surviving by figuring out how to do it. More of just an easy sandbox mode, you know, chill, classic, or hectic, like they say. So it's kind of just like a little bit of difficulty, but also kind of a little bit more narrative, because obviously if we're being chased by the enemy and they're much more aggressive, it kind of changes things a little bit more than just game style. It also kind of changes the story a little bit more, I guess, because it's more like how it is in our first scenario. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take our first look at Euphoria's Odyssey. We have seen this before in a demo, but it's likely to have changed. And then later today, we'll be doing a live stream on the channel too, so make sure you subscribe right now, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button, and become a member today if you'd like to see much more of this in the future. Thanks again for joining me. Thanks for all your support. And without further ado, let's begin Euphoria's Odyssey in Jumplight Odyssey. Let's go. Jump complete, Captain. Analysis incoming. Sensors indicate that the Zutapon Armada isn't far behind us. But wait. Pleiades, Pleiades is lost. But we're still here. Officers to the bridge. Status report. Alright, so here's our bridge, our command center, which will give us our map and a few other options with the crew members to basically do everything from science command to navigation, and then of course planning out our attacks and routes through the area. SDF Catalina reports damage ship-wide. I don't know where to start. Easy now, officer. Let's just take it deck by deck. Alright, so we're going to go down to the promenade, then the quarter deck, flight deck, lower deck, and engine room. And outside the ship, boy, you can see some damage outside too, just on the visual paint. Maybe that's a little wear and tear, but that certainly smells of battle. I like how it doesn't look completely plasticky, but that you can actually see chips in the paint. And, wow, there's actually windows and stuff here too. That's really cool to see. Might be able to see crew members working through there. But I'm certainly immediately getting vibes, as I did the first time, of Evil Genius. We're in red alert now, and everybody's just in a full panic. But kind of cool how you can see each of the characters' names by just hovering over them. People using the turbo list and stuff too. Pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and use control and mouse wheel to look down. There we have the promenade. Oh, and it's completely on fire. Minimal damage to guest and crew quarters. Response teams are putting out the fire as we speak. Oh, good. Yep, they certainly seem to be responding. Good work. Oh, it looked like they were floating into some of these rooms, too. They might have maybe gravity disabled or somehow wiped out from, like a generator wiped out in each room. This is the mess hall as well, so we have ourselves soda machines and the whole canteen. A lot of this stuff's going to need to be repairs, or need repairs, or replacement. We'll see about that. Oh, it looks like we've got some things in the game in development. Promises, for example. Maybe like a thing for if they recruit or are recruited. If they become a recruit, we can somehow fulfill some of their bonuses or whatnot, like VA benefits or whatever. Wow, look at this. Even shower cubicles. We've got bunks, too, which look to be... I was going to say maybe for a second like they're some sort of a cryogenic thing, but maybe not. Yeah, we got debris in the hallway, too. And look at this. The nicest thing I like about this is we can actually see around the quarters, too. Like, we can look down into the belly of the ship and see piping and wires and things like that just beyond the, like, the deck itself. That's a great detail that really makes you kind of, like, see how small this is compared to the other parts of the ship, like our jump drive down there. So, interesting. All right, let's go to the quarter deck. Quarter deck reports malfunctioning and medbay is in bad shape. Turret control remains offline. So again, we've got a lot of stuff here. Some refrigerators, medical beds. This might be a medical refrigerator for medications and whatnot. I don't see anything else here. Wow. Looks like maintenance coming through. I don't see anything else here of value near the med bay. But we have fuel-burning reactors. That's going to be important. And turrets, too. We actually had some people manning the turrets. It's actually really cool. They're probably located on the... well, maybe the top or the bottom of the ship. Pretty cool to see, though, 4 fully operational turrets. Oh, yeah, we can see people floating around in, like, 0G. There's definitely got to be something to replacing that or somehow repairing whatever's down here. You'd think movement might be a little faster in 0G2, like they'd be able to just like kick off a wall and fly all the way, but well, let's go to the flight deck. We actually have ourselves a hangar. So we are not only a battleship, but we are also a carrier too. We can carry things like fighters and also like shuttles. We can go to planet surfaces and or other ships and retrieve, I don't know, weapons and goods and things, I'm only assuming. And then also, of course, the fighters to intercept anybody getting close to us. So, flight deck reports, less than half our shuttles and starfighters accounted for. Flight control is operational, ready to receive upgrades. Looks really good. Again, I like the detail here. Everything kind of reminds me of like Metal Gear Solid 2 with like all this clean metal, but there's also access panels for maintenance and lights and things like that. I like that. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go down to the lower decks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Lower deck was scheduled for retrofit, but Zudapon lasers got there first. Nothing left but turret control. Hope you like redecorating, Captain. That's fine. Oh, look at all the people we get management of. That's really cool. Now, I think we could start with 80, and the number will go up because we'll reach refugees who might come from other vessels who might want to help us to fight those guys and eventually bring the fight to the enemy. Let's visit the engine room. Engine room reports Jumplight core is stable with all Jumplight regulators intact. I hardly need to remind you, if we lose those, we lose everything. Thank you, Mr. Spock. I mean, Talion. Status report complete. Your orders? Actually, I would like to go back to the engine room because I may have missed that. Ah, there we go. Like a fancy disco ball. This is pretty cool, actually. You can see where the, the power generation for thrust is, and then where it's like calculated for, or via computer. So jump like calibrators and computers and things like that. Very nice. Give me a second to think. Princess wants to think. All right, fair enough. Back to the bridge. Of course, Princess. I mean Captain. All right, space to pause. Of course, the elevator music will repause. Nice. Injuries reported ship-wide, Captain. When a crew member's health drops too low, they'll become wounded. Wounded will lose morale and have reduced movement speed. Search your starship for wounded, highlighted in yellow, and select them for more information. Left click to select a character. Rangu? What the hell's that? Oh, that must be where we are right now. The system that we're in. Okay, so they want us to select a character. And then select the crew members. This one's bruised. But I don't know if that's enough. They are red, though, which means wounded. I led in yellow. Okay. Well, actually, before we go on, let's see what we got for materials here. So we'll be able to build with, quote, materials, metal, plastics, composites, biomass, produce, medigel, and also ammunition, and then power production and water too. Wow, okay. So if you really like Faster Than Light, this goes well beyond that, with being a little bit more of a base builder too, with having to probably go on away missions in order to acquire things like metals and plastics, and then be able to build possibly fabricators with that. Perhaps there's a way to take things like, for example, biomass and turn it into a plastic. Totally capable. We have somebody wounded here. Some of the crew are wounded, some are just scared. I have individual reports for your inspection. I'll file all crew reports in the manifest. Manifest catalogs the entire crew. With a character selected, click the manifest button to access it. Ooh, wow, look at that. So we got different departments here. We have people in charge of logistics, people in charge of what looks to be security. We have our security teams who are Marines. We have engineering. We have science teams. And a hell of a lot of them, to be precise. Looks like even a robot, a genius robot too. Gizmat. Awesome. Good stuff. Recommend we lower the ship's alert level, Captain. We have a small lead on the Zutapana Armada. Let's give our people a chance to breathe. Now, again, remember before we started this mission, too, I'd mentioned that some of the missions kind of have the, or we have the option in these missions to do the standard mode, which is very much faster than light, where we're constantly under pursuit, and we need to head like east, let's say, across the map, you know, from left to right. And we're constantly under pursuit, but we have the option to stop at like little space stations and whatnot. But there is difficulty to turn that off too, or make it harder if it's just too easy for you, which is kind of nice. All right, let's go ahead and lower the alert level. Enter green alert. Don't we have a magenta alert? Oh, we have an intruder alert. Rationing protocols. Red alert. All clear.
Set alert condition green.
Cool. Stand down for battle stations. Wounded crew report to medbay. Won't do them much good. Medbay's offline. We need to get it back on with the power grid. All right, now we're going to enter our build mode. Cool. Wow, this is cool. All right, we're going to build onto the medbay and edit. Could have picked a better spot myself. We await confirmation, Captain. Confirm. Build plan must be confirmed. Nice. Construction confirmed. Now that just means that someone's going to come and actually build it. Designated build site designated captain, awaiting resources. Amen, brother. All right, cool. They're on their way. All right, once construction is confirmed, the required resources are hauled to the build sites. In this case, metal and plastic are required to build the power switch. They've been deducted from your resource stores shown at the top of the screen. Left click to select power switch for further information. Well, there we go. Orders received, hauling metal and plastic across the ship at the double. We could use some extra suppliers. This stuff is heavy. All right, so now we can reassign anybody pretty much any time to different roles, so we can have more security team or have security switch over to engineering, etc. That's pretty cool. So select a marine scientist or an engineer and have them switch to supply. Well, let's go with this engineer here, Uba, and we want to transfer. So to do that, we need to actually probably do that from the manifest. Engineering is going to be pretty important right now to repair. Security, I'm going to go ahead and say is over for now. This Marine is sad. Oh, and he's also wounded. Let's try to get somebody who's not wounded. There we go. Can we get you to change, my friend? Would be how we do it here. So under the tab here, for their individual crew management, we have info, actions, status, needs, personality, relationships, and personal log. So we can see what they're up to, who they're best friends with on the ship, and how their basic needs are, such as rest, hunger, thirst, hygiene, and connectedness, which I imagine just mean, I think that means like a belief in the mission and like a social or relationship status with friends and whatnot, but an overall grip on the mission, which is to survive. Let's switch them to supply. I won't let you down, Captain. Excellent. Resources delivered over to the engineers. All right, after resources have been hauled to a build site, construction is performed by engineers. Tarps will raise to indicate when an engineer can perform their work. Left click to select the power switch. Well, they're kind of already done. Took you long enough. Our engineers can only work once the resources have been delivered. All right, cool. Captain, Medbay reports they're running low on Medigel. Are scientists working in the Medigel centrifuge? Scientists need biomass and to synthesize metagel, but supplies are dwindling. We should secure a steady supply of biomass by building a greenhouse. All right, construct new rooms to expand the capabilities of the starship. Build a new room with the wrench and the screwdriver. Click create new room. So this is where it becomes a little bit like Space Haven too, where we get to customize things by designing the size of a room in an already existing hull. So that'll be interesting. All right, add a new greenhouse. Let's make that. Yep, down here is fine. I think this is where we did it last time. All right, finally some serious construction. All right, we're going to need a power switch. Done. Oxygen generator, although these are going to be for plants. But okay. Now it's time to plant algae crop in the greenhouse. It'll supply us with an ongoing source of biomass. We'll get used to the smell, I bet. Alright, looks like we can grow those in the greenhouse. So how do we do that? Here we are. Algae crop. Perfect. Good. Well, this music is fantastic. Getting Star Wars vibes here, getting a little bit of, you know, obviously Evil Genius with its gameplay. Also maybe a little bit of, well, yeah, definitely Star Wars and a little Evil Genius here at the same time in just the music alone. Standing by, Captain. All right, so we've finished laying that out. That'll be fine for now, I guess. And then we can confirm now. I built another door. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see how we can delete that. Can I just hit the delete button? Yeah, perfect. Cool. Doesn't look like I can move that room, but we'll see. Standing by, Captain. Confirm to build plan. Invalid build plan. So we need the door to recognize that we're here. This should be able to open up. It was just missing, that's why. Okay, so let's build this grow farm. Now, how do we authorize that? Not those. Click and hold confirm, but that's not working. Quarter deck build plan on the lower left corner. Ooh. Looks like we're also going to have to worry about hope, too, interestingly enough. Build plan must be confirmed before the construction begins. Okay. There we are. Actually, I really appreciated leaving that menu because it played sounds that reminded me of Alien as well. And hearing those old school computers like that was cool. All right, let's see if they build this room. It's good to kind of like look through all those menus and trial and error some stuff. That's pretty cool. Here comes engineering. Flying around. Ah, that's cool. There's multiple people in here. Kind of weird that they bring in the, oh, the robot can magnetize to the ground. So now they're welding the... It's kind of funny. They're not welding the walls in, but they're converting the walls from the standard hull to what will be the greenhouse. So maybe more insulated to keep warmth in or to maintain a certain temperature. And man, maintenance is hauling ass. And look at all the people who are still wounded. Now we can't heal anybody until we get metagel, and that's what the algae will be used for. The Zudapon Armada will soon come for us, Captain. We must jump again before we're caught. Bring up the star map. I want to see how long it takes them to build this stuff. This will take a while. Now, imagine when we go into the sandbox mode where we're building a completely empty ship. Now, one of my concerns during the demo was how much space we were actually going to be able to build in. And it looks like each of these decks does kind of have a predetermined size to them. Like, for example, I could imagine the bridge. If we take a look here. This is probably going to be the same shape, and there's probably not going to be a lot of variety to this because it's going to be based on the actual hull design. But there's probably a way where we can move some of these stations maybe to the sides and have some minor customization to it. But it'll all come down, I think, to more of the promenade, where it's like, okay, maybe we don't want to build our... What is that exactly? Oh, like observation rooms? Yeah, maybe we don't want to build the mess hall right here. Maybe we want to build it like towards the back and have the rec hall up here. But regardless, it looks like the game will at least give us this huge rectangle. So maybe starting completely from scratch without any of the corridors will be a lot more interesting. Otherwise, you'll get things like this where these rooms are going to be blank, and then the game itself has just kind of made the best option for what it thinks to be the best option for the movement of crew through the corridors. And of course, these small buildings or areas that look like waffles or whatnot, these are unclaimed by whatever particular building. So we could, for example, put like another greenhouse here or whatever, but it's going to be a lot of traffic area. So if these were all barracks, it would be a good idea to put like a chow hall or a mess hall in the middle and make sure everyone can pass through it, because whether or not they're hungry, they will eventually need to eat, and that's going to be a great way to do that on the way to the wherever they're going to eat. Now, another great thing here, or wherever they may be going, is the so we have our hangar here too. I don't think there's going to be much customization for this one. Oh, did we get somebody who actually died? You deceased. Oh, F's down below in the comments section. Oh, I guess we don't have anybody. Maybe that's an area where the dead are held? Oh, it's a memorial wall. I thought it was a door that opened up to perhaps an elevator, but yeah. That's all of our troops who may die in battle in the shuttles and fighters and other things we may get in the future. Pretty cool. Very nice. So yeah, for those of you concerned about building, like if there's going to be enough build space, it probably is the type of game where there's always going to be a lack of building space, but it's going to be more about what are you going to do to maximize it. Because of course, in any navy, they could always make a bigger ship, but really you don't want to change the ship design too much, especially when technology can change faster than it could take to make an entire ship. So let's go back here and check out the bridge. The star map tracks your voyage from the Pleiades to the Forever Star and the proximity to the Zudapon Armada. Use left click to open the star map from the hologram of the bridge. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Our destination is the Forever Star. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing a basketball jersey from the 90s. Wow, that is a long-ass way away. Our course is up to you. We can plot to jump to any star system within our range. The Zudapon Armada is stationary over Pleiades for now. I'll report any movement. So, your starship is equipped with a Jumplight core capable of holding and releasing Jumplight in order to transport the ship vast distances. Jump light must be captured before each jump. The more jump light that your core can hold, the further you can jump. Use left click to select a star system for us to jump and then target it for jump to target it. Okay. Be warned, jump light core releases all excess jump light when performing a jump. Target a star system for your next jump. Okay, so if you're familiar with Faster Than Light, and even if you're not, there's a in that game there's like a large enemy force that is pursuing you and looking for you, and it is a huge fleet that is coming your way, and probably not one that you're going to be able to fight off or do anything to basically stop. So it's like impending doom is always coming towards you. So they're here at our former home. We're now at Brangu, and we now have the option to continuously head towards the quote-unquote east, and we can get through different enemy territories. Perhaps these will be friendly. Perhaps they may be like the friendly people, like, for example, those from Homeworld, where you could trade with them, and, you know, they're not necessarily trying to kill you, nor are they trying to really give you weapons. They kind of just want to do recycling, but it kind of looks like there might be natural disasters on the map, too. Things like, you know, nebula, black hole. A little bit more than what City Skylines just got with the, hail damage. How sad. But, you know, good business, though, to repair all that stuff and to get it all working again. So there is our final goal, the Forever Star. The star was just a beacon. The light is what we all carry deep inside. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go into that next step then. Target a star system for your next jump. Alright, we're back. Let's go to... Let's just go to Flea Boss 9. Let's go. Looks like they also have material, metal, and water here, so this would be a great opportunity to stack up like we're swinging by the Home Depot. Scientists commence jump light calibration. Our fate now depends on the jump light. Are our jump light calibrators still intact? One jump light calibrator was lost when our engine room took a hit. The other is intact but ain't working. Oh boy. Objects must be activated in order to function. Objects go offline if they sustain too much damage or lose access to the power or water supplies. Left click to select your jump light calibrator. Well, they want me to go back down to wherever, I think. We gotta go to the engine room. Ah, wow, look at all that stuff. Oh, did our greenhouse get done? Oh, yeah. Perfect. Look at... Well, it's not done, but it's getting there. Very nice. All right, let's get back up and activate our calibrator. You're a manifest in our star maps again. We can do that. Jump not ready. Let's see. Left click to select your jump light calibrator. Navigate to the Actions tab and then select Activate. Not entirely sure what they mean here. Is that on the captain? No. Wait a minute. They want us to go to the engine room. Now we're back on the regular repairs after getting everything all ship shape, as they say. There we go. Nice work, Captain. I would have never thought of that. With the Jumplight calibrator online, our scientists will be able to calibrate Jumplight. Survey data indicates salvage opportunity nearby, Captain. Permission to launch an away mission. Now we're talking. Granted. Make sure you search for any signs of survivors. Alright, the away mission team is ready to go. Let's try the auto assign. There we go. Be careful with the shuttle crew. Look after yourselves too. Alright, salvage opportunities yield advanced resources that are difficult to produce on board your ship, including plastic composite ammunition metagel. Performing survey operations may uncover hidden salvage opportunities in star systems. Nice. To view additional missions, select a spacecraft and press View Local Missions. Alright. Good idea. So, we need to go back to the bridge. Oh, we have to select a spacecraft and then view local missions. Okay. I thought this was going to be some sort of way to find additional missions before we choose them through the hangar. My idea would be if we're going to be sending out a shuttle or something, it's going to be listed on the bridge, not necessarily in the hangar. Alright, available missions. Combat air patrol or salvage opportunity. 85% chance to succeed there, so let's go with that one. In a shuttle, we're going to be fighting in a shuttle? Imagine that. Alright, they'll get into that shuttle soon. Launch a salvage opportunity. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for them to roll out. Nobody's around? Let's see. Taking a while for crew to get here. I guess they're saying their goodbyes. Wish it were a little easier to click on the shuttle and see who's exactly on board and what they might be good at. In this case, it does tell us what the bonuses for their being in the shuttle can be, which is actually kind of cool. It means that every away mission team might eventually level up and become better at something, or we might be able to want to hold certain people back and send in the better of the group. Wow, plus 25% mission success. Or, sorry, mission speed. But success minus 15. That's giving us a lot of clues and whatnot to things that we haven't yet encountered. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna launch this salvage opportunity. Alright, to be fair, that's a bit of a walk, but I don't think we can actually choose where to bring these ships to once they return. Okay. So from the list of away missions, select the salvage opportunity, right? Which I think we did. I'm going to try to get back to this menu here. Just to the bridge. Now, the longer we take, the more likely they are to catch us. Okay, let's go back to the hangar and see if that's doing just fine. Basic shuttle capable of performing. Oh. Wait, we can only take 3 crew? Alright, that makes sense. You'd have a pilot, co-pilot, navigator, but then you'd probably have... I don't know. I'm basing this off of Star Trek teleporters, or transporters. It's got something a little different to it. You know, the capacity's about the same. I would imagine that being too many. It's not a bus. Interesting. Alright, you may also access away missions from the star map or flight control. Alright, let's go ahead and get that started then. I like looking around, seeing the changes that we may have missed from the first game and now, rather not the first game, but the first time playing it now. And then also what it'll be like a little bit before launch. Now I'm getting a key, you know, within 24 hours in advance. But there, of course, is always an opportunity for more things to change. Manage missions. Salvage opportunity. Oh, we got people on it. Wow, the ship really looks cool. It really does look like a destroyer. Or really more like a battleship. When we take a look at things. Looks like it's trying to displace water now to actually going through space like that. That's really cool. And so is that engine. Alright, anyway, choose the queued mission shuttle to launch it. Okay, let's go back to that then. I've just been enjoying seeing everybody jump around and do whatever. Alright, how do we launch this mission? Boom. Ah, so now the crew's hopping in. Okay, I thought they would do it much more in advance. Ah, yeah, so this is something I remember in this game, too. What's cool here is that somebody could be a part-time, like, they could be a very good, like, security guy. And you'll have somebody, like, busting perps all the time. And also, they're a very good fighter. And you don't have to have them choose one job or the other, and that's it. And then they go off and, like, do medical repairs every time they get hit or something like that. No. Yeah. Instead of doing that, they can do double duty. So they're here doing engineering, science, and security until you call them away, and then they can earn better skills that way. Pretty cool. Oh, she's pretty. All right, we can speed up time a little bit. I'm really enjoying thoroughly taking this in and looking at the menus. There's some things that I'd completely forgotten from before, and some things that they've added, I think, to make it a lot more realistic in a way, or at least to make it more convenient to find those things. Very nice. Let's see. Hopefully that mission will come back soon. Oh, there we go. I was hoping for a way to track it other than the large hollow screen up top, and yeah, this is the perfect way to do it. We're now landing. There's a stockpile of all the materials that they bring in. Cool. Alright, Captain. We've recovered a load of composite, very useful, very valuable. No survivors, but I'll continue to monitor for distress beacons. Okay. Good stuff. Be ready to mobilize for a search and rescue if we detect any distress beacons. Alright, missions are a success. Jumplight drive standing by. On your mark. Open a channel. One more thing I have to do. Open a channel to all frequencies. This is Princess Euphora. Our fleet fought bravely and lost. Do not attempt to return home. There's nothing left. Except hope. All vessels set course and follow me to the Forever Star. Okay, let's go.
Take the ship to Jumplight. Hold on, everyone.
Oh boy, here we go.
Jumplight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is badass. Alright, spaceship returning was a success. Oh, we're returning to like normal orbit or whatnot. Cool. The Celestial's high gravity will slow our away missions. Nice speech, Captain, but we're not the only ones who heard it. The Zutapon Armada is now mobilizing. Oh boy. Celestial's high gravity will slow our away missions. I hear you. Alright, we now have the fundamentals complete, and we now have things unlocked. So that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. Really just scraping on the basics just a little bit. Just scratching the paint. But nothing too super complex. Alright, where's our officer? Are they in their ready room? Where's our captain? Oh, good. You can always click on the captain that way. This must be the head of each of the departments. Alright, consult with an officer for advice. Gotta find somebody with a speech bubble above their head, though. I guess that person's not really thinking. Day 1 duties. Haha, duty. Lots more to do in this one for sure. Take a look at where we are. Yep, enemies starting to move. Alright, so we got... It happens in real time. No turn-based strategy at all in this one. The enemy will attack us in 24 minutes, 46 seconds. Or rather, contact in, which means that they'll gobble up Brangu and then eventually hit Syllabus 9. So we got to be out of here by then. We got to go to the beacon, as they mentioned, and continue pushing east. It's going to be an interesting time for sure. An interesting time in Jumplight Odyssey. Cool. Wow. All systems unlocked. We just need to chat with an officer for advice. Oh, they mean here. I thought they meant in actually the real bridge and not here. So we'll probably have to chat with them as the captain. Have an actual permanent or personal discussion. Combat prep. Ooh. Oh boy. 2 jumps, crew 74, system Philbus. I like that. Once you know where exactly you are. Increase ammunition stores. Yeah, we're going to need ammo. Hell yeah, brother. Now, real quick, I've noticed some things here, like, for example, filters between some of the different statuses or oxygen levels, possibly some other damage reports and some other things we can go through. Hopefully that's a thing in the game, and of course we'll have a much bigger ship in the future. I mean, I could only imagine the ship's getting bigger from here on out. This is a pretty damn good ship, but yeah, 80 crew, I think we could do better than that, and certainly a great looking ship indeed. Yeah, I like the look of this one. Whatever class this is. I guess this is the Catalina, not only the name of the ship, but the class too, perhaps. But yeah, we actually can launch fighters. We have turrets too. We see 4 of those here. And the ability to more than likely maybe use this for, I don't know. Maybe that's a laser of some sort, or maybe something to do with going to, you know, jumping to Jumplight or whatever. Who knows? But I like it, and it looks cool. Not bad. Now again, that was just a little snippet of what we already saw from the demo, and I don't see too much change from there, but of course the tutorial and the demo are the same, which then segues right into the full, or at least the currently available campaign, which will be the full jumping across to get to the Forever Star. Quite interesting. Well, I want to see more content for this one, more ships, more crew options, more captains, more mission types, and of course more of your feedback on what you like about this game and what you think could change or whatnot, as now it finally has entered early access. Let me know if you're getting this one. I want to know what you think about the game, its art style, and many of the other features you may have seen here today. And watch me later sometime soon, as we'll do a full playthrough of the get started on that and jump through the basic, I guess, the first early access campaign of Princess Euphoria. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.